Honorable Camo is a former cabinet minister for Nairobi Metropolitan Development, a two-term member of parliament, and a man who served as national vice chairman of the Party of National Unity, that's PNU, and principal negotiator for the affairs that once governed this country. Honorable Camo has spent 30 years building coalitions, balancing budgets, and holding fractious political houses together under pressure. That is precisely the discipline the Wiper Patriotic Front needs as we assemble the United Alternative Government in waiting, a coalition wide enough to defeat this regime and disciplined enough to govern after it. Secondly, the Honorable Muhammed Ali, CBS, HSC, HSC stands for Head of State Commendation, Member of Parliament for Nyali, becomes our Deputy Party Leader Designate. Long before he sat in Parliament, Muhammed Ali sat behind a camera as Chief Investigations Editor of Jicho Pevu. He did what few dared. Honorable Ali exposed corruption at the highest levels, conducted undercover operations, and gave whistleblowers a platform when the system wanted them silenced. That instinct to expose rather than conceal, to serve rather than to extract, has not left him up to today. And I think, as I talk of Honorable Muhammed Ali, Jicho Pevu, I'm talking to you members of the Fourth Estate. You can do it, just like he has done it. As chairman of the Finance Committee of the Parliamentary Service Commission, Honorable Ali guards public funds with the same discipline he once brought to investigative journalism. He was ranked first in the Coast region and 10th nationally as best performing member of parliament. Through the Muhammed Ali Foundation, he has built scholarship programs, conducted free medical camps in marginalized communities, and provided mobility solutions for persons living with disabilities. Honorable Ali brings not only the Coast region, but a younger generation of hard-working Kenyan leaders who want to live in a country that respects and rewards integrity over patronage into the very heart of this party's leadership. Therefore, becomes the first among equals, my immediate deputy party leader. And he brings a name that this regime cannot buy and will not intimidate. Jicho becomes the party's first spokesperson, a new office created for a new season of struggle. Jicho, even as we speak, he's not here. He's in court trying to get out our nominated member of parliament from Makueni County, Honorable Kana, who was arrested and by a fleet of 10 Sumbaros yesterday out of Matiliko. Spent the whole night being driven all over the place. And so we do not even know whether he's at Milimani or whether they're taking him to Kibera. And they're doing what he does very well, standing for dignity and justice of every Kenyan. Jicho, as I said, is a constitutional advocate of the High Court, constitutional lawyer, admitted to the bar in 2011, and advocates who has spent his career standing between ordinary citizens and the arbitrary exercise of power. Ndengwa has stood in the impeachment corridors of this country and stood beside young Kenyans arrested for exercising their constitutionally guaranteed rights. He has stood for members of parliament unlawfully detained. As I said, he's even exactly doing that now. Ndengwa will now stand at the podium of the Wiper Patriotic Front as speak for it with the same vigor